Namaste and welcome back to Typical Monk. Today, we take on one of the most scoring chapters in NEET Biology, human health and disease. We will see how pathogens make us sick, how immunity fights back, and then AIDS, cancer, and the biology of drugs and alcohol. One idea at a time. Here is today's path. 5 stops. First, the common pathogens and the diseases they cause. Second, innate immunity, the body's 4 barriers. Third, acquired immunity, that is B cells, T cells, and antibodies. Fourth, the biology behind AIDS and cancer. And fifth, drugs, alcohol, and our NEET drills. Let's meet the main pathogens and the diseases they cause. Bacterial diseases, typhoid, caused by Salmonella typhi and confirmed by the viral test, and pneumonia, caused by Streptococcus pneumonia. Viral, the common cold, caused by rhinoviruses, which infect the nose and the respiratory passage. Protozoan diseases, malaria, caused by Plasmodium and spread by the female Anopheles mosquito, and amoebiasis, caused by Entomoeba histolytica. And from worms and fungi, ascariasis from Ascaris, filariasis from Wucheria, and ringworm from fungi like Microsporum. Now, immunity. The first line of defense is innate immunity, non-specific, present from birth, walking through 4 barriers. The physical barrier, your skin, and the mucous lining of the gut and lungs block microbes from entering. The physiological barrier, acid in the stomach, along with saliva and tears, kills or washes away germs. The cellular barrier, neutrophils, monocytes, macrophages, and natural killer cells engulf and destroy invaders. And the cytokine barrier, virus-infected cells release interferons that shield the neighboring healthy cells. If a pathogen breaks through, the second line takes over, acquired immunity. Acquired immunity is pathogen-specific, and it has memory. So the second exposure gives a faster, stronger response. Now, B lymphocytes make antibodies. This is called humoral or antibody-mediated immunity. The T lymphocytes give cell-mediated immunity and also help the B cells respond. Each antibody is Y-shaped, made of 2 heavy and 2 light chains. Active immunity means your own body makes the antibodies as after a vaccine or an infection. Passive immunity means ready-made antibodies are given, as in a mother's colostrum. Now, a disease that attacks immunity itself, AIDS. AIDS stands for Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome, and it is caused by the human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, which is a retrovirus. It spreads by sexual contact, by infected blood or shared needles, and from an infected mother to her child, but never by casual contact. Inside the body, HIV uses reverse transcriptase to copy its RNA into DNA and then destroys the helper T cells, so their count keeps falling. It is diagnosed by the ELISA test. There is no cure. Antiretroviral drugs only prolong life. Now cancer, and then the biology of drugs. Normal cells stop dividing when they touch each other. That is contact inhibition. Cancer cells lose it, divide without control, and form a tumor. Benign tumors stay in one place. Malignant tumors invade and spread through the blood, and this spread is called metastasis. Now drugs, opioids like heroin from the poppy, are depressants, cannabinoids come from the cannabis plant, and cocaine from coca is a stimulant. Repeated use leads to dependence and addiction, and stopping suddenly brings painful withdrawal symptoms. Now, the high-yield pointers, the facts that NEET turns into questions. 1. The malaria vector is the female Anopheles mosquito, and malignant malaria is caused by Plasmodium falciparum. 2. An antibody has 2 heavy and 2 light chains. B cells give humoral immunity. T cells give cell-mediated immunity. 3. HIV is a retrovirus. It uses reverse transcriptase. It attacks helper T cells, and the test is ELISA. 4. Colostrum is rich in the antibody IgA and gives passive immunity. A vaccine gives active immunity plus memory. 5. Heroin comes from Papaver somniferum, cocaine from Erythroxylum coca, and cannabinoids from Cannabis sativa. Now the first drill. assertion and reason. Each time, ask, is it true? Is R true? And does R explain A? First, a colostrum should be fed to a newborn baby, or it is rich in antibodies that give the baby passive immunity. Both are true, and R correctly explains A. So the answer is A. Second, antibiotics can cure the common cold. R, the common cold is caused by rhinoviruses. Here A is false, because antibiotics do not work on viruses, but R is true. So the answer is D. Third, cancer cells divide in an uncontrolled way. R cancer cells have lost contact inhibition. Both are true, and R explains A, so the answer is A. Now, the second drill, match the column. Make the correct pairing. Salmonella typhoid, Plasmodium, malaria. The ELISA test, AIDS diagnosis. And Papaver somniferium, opioids, that is heroin. Now the third drill, how many of these statements are correct? Check them one by one. First, hive is a retrovirus that attacks helper T lymphocytes. This is correct. Second, B lymphocytes provide cell-mediated immunity. This is wrong. B cells give humoral immunity. Third, colostrum gives the newborn passive immunity. This is correct. So the correct statements, 2, that is, the first and the third. Now let's clear the mistakes students fall for. Myth, antibodies are produced by T lymphocytes. Truth, antibodies come from B lymphocytes. T cells give cell-mediated immunity. Myth, AIDS spreads by casual contact, like touching or sharing food. Truth, hive spreads by blood, by sexual contact, and from mother to child, not by casual contact. Now test yourself. Answer each one before it is revealed. Answer first. That is how you build strong NEET recall. Question 1. The cause of malignant malaria. Answer, Plasmodium falciparum. Question 2. The structure of an antibody, 2 heavy and 2 light chains. Question 3. The diagnostic test for AIDS, ELISA. Question 4. Colostrum gives which type of immunity? Passive. Question 5. Heroin comes from which plant? Papaver somniferum, the poppy. Let's gather it all in one breath. Pathogens cause infectious diseases, typhoid, pneumonia, malaria, and amoebiasis. Innate immunity is a set of non-specific barriers, physical, physiological, cellular, and cytokine. Acquired immunity is specific, and it has memory. B cells make antibodies. T cells give cell-mediated immunity. AIDS, the hive retrovirus, destroys helper T cells. The test is ELISA, and there is no cure. Cancer, cells lose contact inhibition. Benign tumors stay. Malignant tumors spread by metastasis. In the next class, microbes in human welfare, the helpful side of the microbial world. See you there. You have finished one of the highest scoring chapters in NEET Biology: immunity, AIDS, cancer, and drugs, all in one sitting. Be proud. One idea at a time with a calm mind, and you will crack NEET. This is typical monk. Every class, always free.